Yo guys, it's Beast, back with some obviously content. So today we are going to be doing the second video of the expedition. This is going to be how to beat the expedition extremely fast and efficiently. This is going to be the entirety of phase 2 as well as one single mission in phase 3. It was just kind of like a byproduct of some other things we're going to be doing here today. So we are going to be getting our glyphs unlocked today. That is one thing we're going to be doing. This started off in the camp. We just kind of interacted with the thing, did it, and then we went to the anomaly. The anomaly, we went to this weird castle-looking base. This castle-looking base is going to give us access to a free multi-tool. It's going to be Sentinel, another one. So this one is going to be the other design. I figured we might as well pick up another multi-tool. This one might have less damage on it, so we picked it up. So first things first, go up this mountain. You can actually climb up it with the jetpack. If you stand straight in front of it, the jetpack won't deplete energy and you'll be able to go up it a lot quicker. So there's a landing pad up here and there's also a portal up here. This portal is going to give us access to the Hami Gatal colony. Right here is going to be leading us to a camp where this gun will be available. Do make sure to turn off. But yeah, and as you can see here, you're going to need to then go get your glyphs. The way you're going to do that is at the space stations, and also here are going to be glyphs to visit at each place. Go to each space station until you find 2 travelers, go to their 2 graves, and then you can enter in different coordinates to get there. I did show you what is going to be. Alrighty guys, so this galaxy is going to have all of the glyphs. Go here, travel to all the different bases for the glyphs, look for the word glyph, you get me. This is a Nip farm, also Euclid Galaxy. This one is a wonderful star space in the Euclid Galaxy. Starship, by the way, but anywho. Alrighty, so the next thing we did and where we're going to start is actually just after getting the ship and defeating the giant thing. It gave us this weird orb looking thing is what you're going to need as well. So doing this ship mission will also help us in getting the orb thing that we are after. Having the orb thing is now going, and actually I think it was the Minotaur looking thing we had to beat. We had to beat the tall Minotaur looking thing at a Sentinel anywhere. Just beating one of those. I don't know exactly what it was. It was either the Minotaur or one of the robots, or of course, and I do believe the glass can drop it too. So fighting Sentinels, just go ahead and get yourself one of these things. We got them automatically while getting our ship, so I'm sure you will too. Not exactly sure how we did it. We used it. It gave us these coordinates. We went to these coordinates. These coordinates are going to be the location of what I do believe is another harmonic camp, actually. Upon arriving to this camp, we did, of course, preview it for a second. Use the main thing in the middle. Once again, second one, scan memories. Do the math. That'll tell you the glyphs. I do believe we actually showed the glyphs here, though. Here are going to be the glyphs on screen now. I'm not even going to try and read them. We're going to do that from now on. You might have to pause to get some of these glyphs. You might have to rewind. That's just how it's going to be. We're trying to go quickly here. We then, of course, harvested the wheelbarrows full of stuff for some extra materials because, well, you know, we need that. Also, we did some uninstalling of upgrades onto that one. We actually kitted that one out a little bit, though we don't even use it that much in most of what we did. But as you can see here, this was the camp, and this was what was going on. This is what's going to be going on for you, and you're going to have 1 milestone complete. The next place we are actually going to be recommending to do is go to Hayes Valley Farms. This is a Nip farm, but it also has storage containers here for public use, which is great. I just showed you there how to get the Nip to show in case you're interested in any of that for some free credits. So I did show you another Nip farm that won't require a hazmat in order to harvest it. So we then went into the portal from Hayes Valley and went to a criminal galaxy where we bought all of the arms, all of the tech, and all of the goods. You're gonna buy all of these. Buying all of these will actually allow you to get a Sentinel Pillar map where you can find the Sentinel Pillar easier than another method I'm going to be showing you. We will have a portal glyphs for a Sentinel Pillar for the Radiant Shards mission. But anyway, once we opened our arms and tech and used what we wanted, we sold the rest, giving us a hefty 3,000 nanites. This would also complete the milestone Cluster Horde. Cluster Horde is actually a part of phase 3 for this expedition, so you're also working on phase 3 on this, but the whole point's not that. We just did this because we wanted nanites. We didn't actually realize it was a milestone for phase 3 already. So phase 3 we're already working on. We already got part of that done, so you know. Anyway, so we hopped into our portal and portaled until we got to like the outlaw station. Ended up at the anomaly. That is where you're going to be wanting to go next. We went ahead and maxed out all of the starship upgrades. I know for the fact of the starship upgrades, I do believe we also went and upgraded some of the exosuit upgrades, unlocking just any upgrades that we may need. That was our goal here. Well, I think we actually unlocked pretty much all of the upgrades for the exosuit and the starship and everything else. This way we would be able to install system scanners and whatever else we wanted to install into our Sentinel S-Class ship. Well, it's not S-Class yet, but you know, we're working on it. We got a way to make it S-Class for free now, so we just have to go do a nanites farm sometime. Since this is a speed run of an expedition, we're not going to be worrying about making it S-Class at this point. It will be S-Class one day. But anyway, the next thing we did was head to the portal in the back of the anomaly. This is, and it's like the side back, but you know what I'm saying. The anomaly. Where we are actually going to be using it as a space station warper. We are going to be warping to the Spajaro galaxy / system. You know what I'm saying. Anyway, so we hopped into our ship, of course, and we threw open the galaxy map. We will be seeing that in just a minute here. Hopped into your ship. Throw out your galaxy map. We have this wonderful B class here with the hyperdrive upgrades on it, so it's able to warp us. It's going to take us to the expedition route to the next rendezvous, which we will be able to instantly warp to thanks to this wonderful ship. The reason why we went to that galaxy is actually because that's the mission objective galaxy, or at least it's not, but we went to that galaxy and then restarted the mission objective. If you get far enough away from the mission objective while hunting on things, you can restart it and it'll appear somewhere else. But regardless, if you get this ship, then you will be able to just instantly warp to the rendezvous point, which was a stormy area, so we ended up landing and then taking off and getting a little closer, which made us like 600 feet away or something like that. It ended up being once again another camp. I had other players here. If you disabled multiplayer like I recommended you to do, you will not. I actually think they even took a multi-tool here that would have been mine otherwise, but that is okay. That has now completed the second pilgrimage milestone. We have another milestone, guys. Here we go already. We also have a good ship and a bunch of other goodies, but regardless, someone had dug out the floor here, so we just kind of stood outside of the area and interacted with this weird twitching robot here. I guess he's got like the stids or something, man. I don't know. Anyway, so we entered in the glyph 7. It's also gonna be what was 13 and something. Alrighty, so after that we completed milestone to cast a shadow, which was speak with the autophage. Now we of course had to hop back in our ship. We're going to be seeing where we headed to next. As you can see, expedition reward received construct the limbs. That is going to be our next mission. However, that's going to take a minute or two. We also did using the harmonic seal there today to detect dissonant spikes, and the dissonant spike turned out to be another starship. This is going to be another Sentinel starship. These do hold pretty high value when it comes to credits, so we will be scrapping this in a future video. Probably phase 3 we'll be scrapping this one right here, which is kind of a shame, honestly, because I kind of like it, but I'm not going to hang on to it because it's not that cool. We then also fed this thing some lost circuits, which really did nothing like normal. Unless it's a mission mint one, they don't really do anything when you feed them lost circuits, and it's a waste of time. However, they have been saying 2 dates, the 10th and the 7th, making me question. I'm not sure, unless it's like the 17th glyph, which would be interesting. Anyway, so the next place we're going to go to is the portal. Actually, we are going to be using some portal glyphs here today. These are going to be the glyphs. We're going to go with the bird. We're going to go with the pie. We're going to go with this swirly looking thing. We're going to go with this moon looking thing. Or then we're going to go with the pie. And then we're going to go with this dinosaur. We're then going to go with the Indian looking TP. We're then going to go with one tree. We're then going to go with another moon. We're then going to go with a boat. We're then going to go with another moon and a pie, and that will be our chords. We are now going to have to be entering into this portal. Upon reaching our destination, we went to space for a second, only to locate the next base, which was Casa Palaotas. Casa Palaotas is actually going to be a runaway mold form. This first one right here is not actually the one we are after. However, we are here for one specific reason, and that is the Sentinel Pillar. This is going to get us one step closer to the end of this phase. We're going to enter into the teleport. We're going to go down to other bases, and we're going to look for the base by the name of Curious Paradise Sentinel. This is going to have a signal pillar right beside it, as well as another runaway mold farm. This would be great for some more free nanites if you wanted to do your nanites farming this way and not by buying upgrade modules and just selling them for thousands and thousands of nanites. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, this did work super efficiently. We did get ourselves over to the Sentinel pillar after, of course, going through and deciding what sort of weapon that we did want to be using. We quickly slaughtered them all until we got down to the dog-looking thing. The dog-looking thing is going to be dropping these servos that you are going to be needing to upgrade this thing, guys. You are going to have to kill the dog, so you're going to just have to go ahead and keep on fighting. We were on the second wave and the dog still hadn't spawned. I don't think the dog actually spawns until your third round. Do keep that in mind. The good thing about this one here is there's a portal from the Sentinel Tower straight back to the base, literally instantaneously. So if you want to run, you can, because you can portal to the base and go through the front doors, guys. So, as you can see here, though, we were clearing up space here. I don't think we actually had it quite on our inventory yet, and then boom, there we go. Picking that bigger looking container thing up from the dog that dropped gave us one quad servo. The last thing we were actually going to be needing for our robot, I do believe. So after that, we went to the portal. We were just going to be needing some of those crystals, those purple crystals, guys. So we went ahead and activated the portal and we entered Dinosaur Pie. After the pie, there was a tree. After the tree, there was a rocket ship. And after the rocket ship, there was another pie. And then there was a bird. And then there was a dinosaur. And then there was another bird. And then there was the spider. And then there was a waypoint. And then there was a rocket. And then there was a triangle. And those are the coords, guys. This is going to be taking us to our next place. This is a low atmosphere planet with tons of radiant shards on it. Low atmosphere means that your jetpack will last longer. You will be boosting higher, and paired with the boots that allow you to do the double jump, kind of like propelled off the ground method, you will easily be able to get your 16 crystals. The next thing we will then do is go ahead and find the current mission location, which will be telling us the location of a Atlas interface. The Atlas interface is going to be interfaced with now. Interfacing with the Atlas interface requires that you have the arm to be created already. Now that we have constructed the limb, we are going to be presenting this limb to the Atlas. After speaking with the Atlas, which was a pretty brief discussion overall, he then gave us blueprints to this weird looking orb thing. I also wanted to show you my freighter real quickly. We do have a galactic trade terminal on here. We have the refiner room, and we have some growery rooms for future nip growing, just because it doesn't use power and this is the normal difficulty. We unfortunately cannot use the nip energy we normally do. We also blew up this weird thing before we went to the space station, where we warped to here, which is going to be the weed farm that we discovered earlier, guys, that I told you the coords to. But anyway, this is going to be about the end of the video. We made that new item, which is pretty simple. It used pure ferrite and one other item, but I do believe that is all, guys. And leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it, and keep it beast mode, my guys.